Superman, The Last Days of Lex Luthor, issue number 1. If you're wondering why I'm dressed as Captain America right now, I'm getting ready to go to work. Long story. Just to know that, let me talk about this comic book. This is the only time I can record this. But I actually mean to record this for a couple days, and I haven't done that yet. I read this first issue. I'm trying to read more Superman comics that come out this year because, of course, we're getting the new Superman movie. But this comic is a big deal. If you've never read the story All-Star Superman, this is a storyline where Superman's going to die. I'm not going to spoil all of it and explain all the details. You should just read it. There's a great DC animated movie as well. But basically, he dies. He's going to die, and the story is about hope and optimism. What would happen if that happens? Well, this is a more sinister take on it. Now, this is not in the mainline DC universe, so this is not Superman. Whatever happens in this comic is not actually canon to the rest of the DC universe. This is part of DC's Black Label, which is kind of where they try to do more mature stories or more one-off stories that don't really connect to anything. And basically the point of this story is, let's a little bit of spoilers for this issue. Superman notices the city being attacked by this giant machine, and he gets and Superman stops the wreckage, finds out it's Lex Luthor. He notices something is off about Lex Luthor, and finds out that he was experimenting on kryptonite, and he basically ended up getting some kind of like particles of it in his body, and it's rapidly deteriorating him and killing him. And so he asked Superman for help, and that was his way of getting Superman for attention. And he is trying to figure out a way to cure his before he dies, because, as he says, he refuses to acknowledge a world where he is not in it. And I also really like the detail that Lex Luthor's an asshole and basically filmed the whole thing, their conversation, to the world, so Superman couldn't bail out of helping him. And so now Superman is, I wonder if they're going to explore how the public reacts to that, because I feel like some people in our modern society be like, well, you're helping a criminal who nearly killed a bunch of people at several points. In this storyline, I don't know if they're going to dive deep into that, but Superman agrees to help him, takes him to a Fortress of Solitude, and they kind of are at a loss. So we'll see what happens in the next issue. This is a great introductory piece. It's got lots of flashbacks to these characters when they're younger and their kind of storylines. And it's just really powerful if you're a Superman fan. At the end of the day, Superman won't let him die. I mean, that's really the immoral question of this story. Would Superman ever really let someone die? I mean, we know who the character of Superman is. This is who he is, what he is, and it's incredibly powerful. And it's made me want to read All-Star Superman again, which I was going to do anyways, because that is one of the greatest Superman stories of all time, and I want to reread that before the new movie comes out. But still, great stuff. Let me know your thoughts, and I will be reviewing each issue as they come out. I'm really excited to talk more about that. I do try to talk comics on this channel. It gets difficult because the audience reaction isn't always there for this kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, this is my channel. I do what I want.